Hi everyone, my name is Kiba, and I'm the director of the Handshake Development Fund. I'm going to assume that you already know what Handshake blockchain is, what decentralized domain systems are, and you probably already have your own personal top-level domain. This is going to be a tutorial on how to donate to the Handshake Development Fund. So what is the Handshake Development Fund? Basically, it's a community-run treasury where everyone in the Handshake community puts collectively these funds together to build, to market, to basically push forward the Handshake blockchain and the entire ecosystem in whatever ways that we feel is best. So it's not a VC fund. We aren't looking for equity, not like a return on investment. It's really just supporting community members and letting them do what they do best, which is building on Handshake. So what exactly are we building? Well, that's kind of up to you. So I'll go through this later in the tutorial, but you can also post when you're giving your donation. You can say what you want your donation to go to, what kind of like projects or ideas you want to fund with it. But in general, what we're looking for is people that are building on the protocol itself. So any kind of like protocol level upgrades, maintenance, bug bounties, things like that. Building domains, domain management systems, so like secondary markets, ways to update your DNS records, registries, things like that. Browser integrations, so like making it easier for people to access Handshake domains, educational content, marketing material, community growth, really just anything that's pushing Handshake forward in any way. And you can also add to this list if you want to. So the most important thing to know is that this Handshake Development Fund is not being run on the Handshake blockchain. Handshake blockchain is just for naming systems. And this is being all run on the Ethereum blockchain. So most of this tutorial is going to be about getting you set up on the Ethereum blockchain, which is a smart contract platform, basically automating business processes, money platforms, things like that. And that's where your actual donation will be going through. So the great thing about Ethereum is that we can give tokens to the recipients in whatever currency they want. So we can give it as Ethereum, we can give it as US dollars. There's wrapped Handshake, so we can pay people in Handshake if they would like that, and we can pay people in Bitcoin. So it allows a lot of flexibility on how we're actually distributing these funds, as well as being able to have it still be fully transparent. So yeah, go to metamask.io. Make sure that you're going to that exact URL. I'll post it in the description. There's a lot of people that are doing kind of like scam websites, phishing websites, things like that. So metamask.io is where you can find the official software distributions. And I'm going to be downloading it for Chrome. I'm actually using Brave browser, but it's Chromium based. And you can also download the mobile wallet, which is just a separate app. So just go to the download page, click on download. And it's a pretty simple process. I'm just going to click add it to my browser, confirm that. And then once it's done downloading, it'll pop up. Cool. And if you use Bob Wallet, you should be familiar with seed phrases. If you're familiar with any blockchain wallets, you should know what a seed phrase is. But basically, it's the password to your wallet, which is basically your bank accounts where everything's stored, all your tokens, any assets that you're storing on that blockchain. And so when you're creating this wallet, you have to make sure you can copy down your seed phrase onto a piece of paper, make sure that no one sees it, never tell anyone it, don't store it in a digital format, just put it onto a piece of paper, make sure that piece of paper is very secure. Just put in a random password, and I'm just going to put in password because this is a throwaway wallet. It's not what I actually use. And then this is the most important thing. So also this is a reason why I'm using a throwaway wallet, not my real wallet. So basically you're going to click this and reveal your quote unquote secret words or your passphrase, your seed phrase, and then you're going to write down those 12 words and make sure you never lose those words. They should be on a piece of a paper that you're going to keep in a very secure place. If anyone finds these words, they can put them into MetaMask and they can theoretically steal all your money. So that's kind of the drawbacks of using self-ownership and things like that, but at the same time, it makes sure that like a bank or someone doesn't take your money for you. So I'm just going to say remind me later. I'm not actually going to do it now. It's a little ad. So now you already have your wallet set up on Ethereum. It's as easy as that. and this is my address, similar to a Handshake address or a Bitcoin address, anything like that. And the next thing that you're going to do, which you can do on your own, I'm not going to go through it. It's a pretty basic process. If you already own Handshake, you can probably do this yourself, which is just buying Ethereum. Ethereum tokens, they're on basically every major exchange. You can go to Coinbase, Binance, Huobi, really any exchange will have Ethereum. And then you're just going to withdraw your Ethereum to this account. So you're just going to click on this button up here, which copies your address. And once you buy your Ethereum on whatever exchange, you're just going to withdraw it to this address that you just copied. So I'm just going to skip that minor step, assuming you can handle that yourself. And from there, you'll have some, so show up and say whatever, 1 ETH, 2 ETH. It might take a few minutes, especially if you're using exchange, probably up to like 10 minutes, I would say. After you've sent it from your exchange, will it actually appear on this interface in MetaMask. You have your Ethereum wallet set up. You can send money to this. You can interact with all the different applications on Ethereum, blah, blah, blah. We won't really get into that, except we're using one of such applications, which is Gitcoin. And now what you're going to have to do is send Ethereum to this wallet. So just like you send Handshake to your Bob wallet, you're going to send Ethereum to your Ethereum wallet. And then this will allow you to donate to the Handshake Development Fund or any of the other grant programs that are on Gitcoin. There's a lot of really cool projects that you should check out. So I'm going to leave that kind of up to you guys. You can go to any exchange. You can use Coinbase, Binance, Huobi, basically anywhere where you can buy Bitcoin. You can buy Ethereum as well. And then you can just click on here to copy your address with your Ethereum address. And then when you withdraw your Ethereum, just send it to that address. And I'm actually going to be sending my Ethereum from a different wallet that I have. Just for demonstration purposes, I'll send like a very tiny amount, but you'll probably be sending yours from an exchange of some sort. So now I'm sending over my Ethereum over to this wallet. It might take a couple of minutes to confirm, but what we're going to do next is go over back to the Gitcoin grants page. I'll put this URL in the description as well. Make sure you're going to this exact URL to make sure you're going to the right Handshake fund. You can confirm that it's us, just in case someone makes a grant to try to steal or like fish and get funds from us instead of the real Handshake Development Fund. You can confirm that our page has this HNS Fund Twitter account associated with it. So if anyone else tries to create a Handshake Development Fund, just make sure that they have this Twitter associated with it, or just go directly to the URL in the description that I'll post. So from here on out, it's mostly a traditional e-commerce checkout process. So what we'll do is say add to cart, which is basically adding this grant, this Handshake Development Fund grant, as one of the things that you want to donate to. There's a lot of other grants on this Gitcoin platform, which are really cool that I donate to, but I'll give a very small amount. Let's do even less than that for testing purposes. So I'll give 0.001 ETH, which is like, I don't know, 50 cents. The blockchain transaction fee probably costs more than that. And this is now the checkout process. I have one grant in my cart, which is the Handshake Development Fund. And then you're going to connect, these are all these different wallets that you can use on Ethereum, but we're using MetaMask. So we're just going to click connect to MetaMask. And this is just telling MetaMask that we're confirming that Gitcoin is allowed to use our wallet. And so now, if you want to request a specific thing for Handshake Development Fund to give money to, like let's say you really want a way for, I don't know, a way for, like the common example is sending Handshake directly to a domain. You can just add this comment in here. You can say bounty, like requested bounty, and say add support sending HNS directly to domains. And then I'll just be going through as I see if people are donating. I'll be checking the comments, seeing if anyone has requested any bounties. And I have this whole spreadsheet set up of like all the requested bounties, all the projects that have been contributing in the past, and if they deserve any funding and like what they're building on. So I have this whole database in the background that's kind of aggregating all these requests and all the current development teams that are working on things. And from there, you just click standard checkout. Don't worry about this ZK sync. That's just if you're donating to a bunch of grants at once, it makes it a bit cheaper in terms of like transaction costs, but we're only doing one. Don't worry about the ZK sync. And what this is doing here is just confirming the transaction that we want to send to the Ethereum blockchain. So just like you submit a bid on a Handshake domain, we're submitting a transaction saying that we're like confirming that we want this money to be sent to this other account. Basically exactly the same thing, just on a different blockchain, using a different wallet. And you can set this gas fee. For you, the timing really doesn't matter. Yeah, this is going to take 15 minutes. I don't know, I can add a little bit more and it'll take 2 minutes. But at this point, like you really don't care how fast it's going, so just put whatever you're comfortable with. I will say that Ethereum gas fees do fluctuate wildly. So for me, you're saying that it's only going to cost me 71 cents, but I'm also only sending $1, but that doesn't really matter. But basically, like at any time, right now there's like maybe there's like 15 gwei as the gas price. Sometimes it goes all the way up to 100 gwei. So this might cost about 10 times as much for you, depending on what time it is. You can always wait, or you can always just donate more, and it makes it your money worth it. I'm donating a very small amount, so, and this is only for test purposes, so I don't really care that I'm spending almost as much on gas as I am as donating, because normally when I donate to these things, I spend a lot more money, so the gas cost doesn't really matter as much. But yeah, that's just like a quick delve into the complexities of Ethereum transactions. You're not getting to the very complex world of dApps and applications on Ethereum. This is a very simple use case, but I really suggest you check out Ethereum. There's like a lot of really exciting stuff going on there. So what we're going to do is first confirm the transaction, and from there it'll get sent to the blockchain. It'll start being processed by the miners, and then eventually it will actually be submitted onto the blockchain in a block, and then our donation is secure. We actually won't see it show up on the Handshake Development Fund page because I'm donating to myself, so it just won't show up. But when you do it, it will show up on the page, and it'll have this like very nice kind of like animation, like "Woo, congrats, you did it!" And yeah, so now you've donated to the Handshake Development Fund. Bink, we did it. And of course, you can tweet about it if you'd like. Boom. Oh, that's not what I wanted. So yeah, thank you. And that's the Handshake Development Fund. We're pushing the Handshake ecosystem forward, and we're happy to have you join. If you want to build something, if you want to help us select which projects get funding and how much funding, feel free to reach out to me. You can always use help. And again, this is all community run, all community governed, so there's no Handshake Foundation, there's no centralized entity that's like operating everything. It's really up to us, and this is part of it. So we really appreciate all your donations and everything you do. The fact that you even use Handshake, that you're watching this video is amazing. And yeah, we're excited to see where the future goes.